All right, and open this thing up and head on outside and see what we get. Oh, looky, we have a little pilot vessel there. And you scroll on in there. There's a little pilot vessel. And we are now leaving luxuriously, industrial looking Fort Lauderdale. And we start on a cruise. So here we go, firing things up on the Allure of the Seas, the sister ship of the Oasis class, and it's another big honking ship. They got all the power-ups. Now the AC is actually finally starting to work, man. This thing was cock-a-doodle hot. And now the cool part is you can see all the wake we are generating, all that water that's kicking up on that beach there, man. We are making some major waves. All right, I'm gonna roll out on this one. Creating such major bow wake with this thing. This boat is just absolutely massive. You can just like see all the water bouncing off the levee. It's really sick. And of course all the biddies, all the other boats, they're considerably biddier. This thing's almost a quarter-mile long. It's ridiculous. Size like an aircraft carrier. Alright, so we're going to do this with the internal microphone. Not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it's what I got. So there's going to be breakfast on the first day on the Windjammer Cafe. Now, I got to tell you for a fact, eating on the Oasis of the Seas and the Allure of the Seas, this is basically the newer, slightly bigger, in terms of more stuff on board, sister ship to the Oasis of the Seas. It's the Oasis class, so obviously it was the first one. All the ships are based off it. This one is the Allure. Now, in terms of those two cooking staffs, the cooking staff on the Allure of the Seas is better. Now, what did I actually have here? The eggs Benedict, well, which was tasty. I did have some smoked mackerel. That is on point, and that stuff is excellent. The bacon is a travesty. The bacon's not good. Over here, their corned beef. I'm sorry, the hash browns is really good. They had something over here called eggs burgie, which is basically like Indian food. Of course, we had sausage. The sausage is okay. Don't do the bacon. The bacon's right out. In terms of first time breakfast over here for the first morning on the ship while at sea, not exactly the smoothest of waters, but you know, it's not too bad. Boat this big really doesn't move too terribly much. Got some thunder and lightning and what have you, but breakfast, you got to eat it, okay? It's the first meal of the day. You have to eat breakfast. It's required. I'm going to move on to the next chapter, and of course, good stuff like that there. Smoked mackerel. Yummies. I'm going to break up with this one, guys. Catch you next chapter. And this is possibly one of my favorite parts about the cruise is they always have like tons of people from other Indian nations and Mediterranean all over the place and all over the world. So they got all this stuff that's really kind of cool. Like this one here, chicken curry, aloo gobi, which is basically like a cauliflower potato dish. Tomato rice. Over here we got dal. Over here, of course, we got some raita. And over here we have some roti. So good Indian stuff ready to go. The curry's not bad, could use a little heat, and I always have like, you know, bottles of Tabasco everywhere. So you want to kick it up, that's what you get. And well, that's one of the things I really truly like about the stuff that they serve to the crew downstairs becomes food for the people up here in the the buffet area for you to get the good stuff. And I had all these, and they're all decent. And if you like Indian food and you don't want to just eat the standard stuff, there's always Indian dishes in the buffet area on the Allure, and always on the Oasis, and good stuff like that there. So if you want some Indian food, come on up to the buffet area and get some chow. Here we go. The best part about being on an oceanside balcony. Oh man, I gotta be really careful not to drop my phone in the drink. Ooh, that would suck mightily. Anyway, so this is truly one of the best things about having a balcony on the ocean side versus a balcony on the inside. You get to check out all the goodness. And the temperature outside is like, probably like low 80s, but with the breeze that's like just wafting in here, this is really tolerable, man. The ocean, if you guys see it, like, you know, for what it is, I am not color retouching this. It is like this really dark azure blue cobalt thing, man. Oh, dude, it is spiffy. Very, very spiffy. Very, very clean. Very, very nice. And any one of those things that you see, like, you know, how little, you know, just how much is really not stirred up the ocean is just how clean the hull design is on this boat. And it did get a little bumpy last night. It was a little bit of a rougher night, but truthfully, these big boats really, truly don't move a lot. Truthfully, what it is like the front gets a little sympathetic vibration, and kind of the boat does this ocean wave thing, where it's literally just kind of riding out the waves, and the whole ship is flexing a little bit. And you can hear the walls squeaking a little bit. You can hear the ceilings squeaking a little bit. Everything is built to move around a little bit on something, because if you make something completely rigid and you try to bend it, it breaks. So you make things to have a little bit of flex, a little bit of bend, and all ships do this undulation thing. There's videos you can look up on YouTube where you can look down the hallway of like an ocean based vessel, read like a big oil tanker, like a big shipping boat, and you'll see the bow is literally just kind of doing one of these things, and the whole ship is flexing like 12 to 14 feet over the length of, like, you know, some insane amount of distance. This boat, of course, being, if you look from the front, try to be really careful here, not drop my boat into drink. From the front all the way to the back, this boat is almost 1/4 mile long. It is about 1,180 feet long or something like that, 1,120 feet long. 1,100, I think it's actually like 4 or 5 feet longer than the Oasis of the Seas. This one, of course, being the Allure, being the newer sister ship. And this one is just slightly bigger than the previous. And now, when they say bigger, they don't mean necessarily that the hull is that much bigger. I mean, really, truly what it is just how much stuff is on board. It's the gross tonnage of the ship that makes it bigger. Now, I gotta tell you what, if you're just waking up and you're seeing this every morning, possibly could be a little bit of sailor's delight. That mist you see in the background is actually the really majorly ridiculous catalyst system they have that changes diesel exhaust into not so bad. And literally all it is the water scrubber, and they spray like some insane amount of water down into the diesel exhaust to scrub out the crap. Then they have like sludge tanks, and they probably pump that stuff offshore. And truly what they're trying to do is they're just trying to clean the boat up as much as possible, because this thing burns a lot of fuel. I can't begin to tell you just how much it burns in the course of a day, but it is a lot of diesel fuel, because this thing is every bit as big as a, like a Navy flat top, read like an aircraft carrier stacked on top of another aircraft carrier. This thing is insanely big. Now, the other thing too is also there's more people on board. Your average Navy flat top, read like an aircraft carrier, has about 6,000 personnel in total. This boat has over 6,000 passengers. The staff that staffs this boat is a number of about 2,200 to 2,300 personnel. So you pretty much have almost 10,000 people on a boat the size of a Navy flat top, read like aircraft carrier. There's a lot of stuff going on. Truthfully, this day I'll post the videos to be conjoined and all the rest of the good stuff like that there. I think that may have been a fishy. All kinds of good stuff like that there. You guys will see, you know, like the food preparation stuff that they have and some of the food items. And I've just been messing around with, like, you know, breakfast right now. I think that may have been a porpoise or a dolphin. But there is a lot of fishies cruising around, because we do output the yummies that we don't eat. And of course they're like, oh goody, and they start scarfing up the stuff that we didn't eat, because, you know, you're not going to carry that much garbage on board that after you're done serving it, you simply just grind it up, clean it up, spit it out, and the fish go, yummies. Thank you, guys. So that's what we have there on good stuff going on board. And of course, there'll be other videos on coming to this vacation type of thing. Our first port will be tomorrow. We will make land at 8 a.m., roll out about 5:30 p.m., and it's going to be the Dutch colony Sint Maartens, and it's Stmaartens. So So nice little island nation. We'll pop down there and do some looking around and some good stuff and enjoy ourselves thusly. That'll be our first stop on the cruise. Break off on this one and, well, yeah, good stuff, good times, and checking out the ocean and hanging out outside. Not such a bad shake. Guys, have a good one. Catch you next chapter. Dude, here seems to be one of these things where you're on a boat and, well, there's obviously elevators and all the rest of that good stuff like that there. This is one you don't expect to see on a boat. Well, you go walking out the door and you happen to be on the proper level, read like you're on deck number 8, and you come walking out here and there is, yeah, there's a park. Read like, you know, trees. Read like a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's actually a park. Now if you look here, there's also the balconies. Mrs. Dude and I discussed that, and we do not want to get the park balconies, mostly because if you look at this thing, you see there's one upright there, there's another upright right here, and it is a big honking hole cut out in the middle of the ship. Now through here obviously there's a bunch of plants, obviously there's some restaurants, probably a couple stores, and let's just give you a quick walk through here. So you basically start on one side, you walkie, accessories and apparel, portrait studio. Now this is a big cutout right here, and this is a skylight that leads down into other parts of the boat. So you're walking along here, you walk along here, you walk along here, and, well, you're walking along here. There's another restaurant over there. Oh, look, there's another restaurant over there. Oh, we basically walk along some more, walk along some more, walk along some more, walk along some more. And another skylight. So you're basically making your way through all the rest of the good stuff like that here. Another big honking skylight going to inside the boat. Doesn't really show so good in the daytime. Maybe I'll do this again at nighttime. Obviously there's an outside bar because you can't drink enough inside. You have to drink more outside. That's why there's plenty of bars on board this boat. So plenty of greenery, plenty more greenery. Bar staff, which to help you with your alcohol consumption. And of course there is this right here, which is a bar that is on a lift. So literally this is deck number 5. I'm on deck number 8. This entire bar raises, you can see it moving. It's climbing up right now, and this whole entire bar lifts up until it is level with this and goes back down again to deck number 5. So it jacks up and down 3 levels, which to get your drink on. And of course we're going through the other side here, the other side, the other side, the other side, the other side. Walkie, 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 walkie. Of course you're hearing some wind now because we actually have the cutout area and an upright wall which makes the air circulate. Another restaurant here. So we walkie, 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 walkie. Another restaurant over there. Walkie, 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 walkie. Walk, 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 walk. Until finally we are back inside the boat. That is Central Park on the Allure of the Sea. Oasis of the Sea looks exactly the same. Catch you guys next chapter. I was telling you guys about that bar that goes up and down. Right now it's kind of frozen in position. I don't know why, but also under here they have all kinds of, you know, strange little squirty fountain type things, and it goes all the way up there. So I wasn't lying, it does go up and down about 35 feet or so. This thing's really kind of crazy, but that is what it is. This is deck 5, also known as the Grand Concourse or some such, but it's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, bunch of stuff. Like, buy our crap, please. Hey, please. Next chapter, come in. So this bar is called the Rising Tide, and it has the squirting water effect. So squirtle, squirtle. Uh-oh. More squirtles. More squirtles. All this running water. Rising tide, my butt.